100.com. Great to have you with us. It's David Smith's Exchange. And without too much further ado, because we're going to be preempting a little bit of the cool beans time for the governor in just a little bit, but Matt and Mark Fitzgerald are here, and these guys are young entrepreneurs who said, hey, I can do that. I can make that. I can come up with a creation. And daggone, if they haven't, the outfit is called Cool Beans. And Mark and Matt, thank you very much for joining us here.
Thank you for having us. I got to say, preempting us for the governor, right?
I'm sorry.
You got to get your priorities in order.
I apologize. There were all sorts of threats coming down from Hartford that if you don't do this, we're not going to buy any Cool Beans. So I say that they're going to have this officially in the governor's mansion before you know it.
In
Cool
that
Beans.
case,
exactly. I'm thinking of you guys all the time. Hey, congratulations on this great endeavor. This is a brothers act out of New York State. And at what point did Cool Beans come to the fore? Where did this concept come from?
Actually, it was a happy accident. We were, this is a true story. We were snowed in our family's house in Westchester County, New York, a few winters ago. And we hadn't done that advanced grocery shopping where you go out and buy 50 gallons of milk. So we had limited rations, and we were growing hungry. And we just sort of raided the pantry, and we have, some staple ingredients: cannellini beans, white beans, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, lemons. Our father's actually of Italian descent. Our mother's not. She's out of Westport, Connecticut, so she's a local girl.
All right.
And let's just say she had to learn to cook Italian when she met her father, so she has these Italian pantry items.
Well, you guys survived so far, so obviously she did learn that.
Absolutely. We ate very well. That's why we got into the food business. So we raided the pantry, and we whipped up a batch of what became the lemon roasted garlic Cool Beans white bean dip, made some homemade pita chips, and we really just ate it as our evening repast there, and had no commercial intentions whatsoever. And it kind of became a go-to recipe for us. Whenever we would host family and friends or go to a party, we would take it with us. And we just kept hearing, all these rave reviews. Now, finally, it was my fiancée and her sister, smart ladies, both of them doctors, actually, who came to visit for our father's birthday. And they're sitting there at the table just inhaling this dip, right? Watching them. And after the party, they said, you should really make your white bean dip. And I said, well, I do make it. And they said, no, make it as a product. Yeah, and I said, and the light bulb went off, and Matt and I said, that's not a bad idea. So we, just started kicking around some marketing ideas, and really one day, like a bolt of lightning, I just heard Cool Beans in my head, and the rest is history.
That is a great story. Now, we should say both these guys are out of college. Although relatively barely in many instances. Matt, you history major and so forth, and you roll out and people say, okay, there you are. You came out of a great university, and you're a history major, and now what are you going to do?
I would think that the next step would be law school for a lot of history majors, and some people tend to go off into Wall Street or consulting or, kind of a highbrow corporate job. But, we elected to kind of, seize the day and pursue something of our own. And I really had a passion for wanting to create something, a new product, something that was our own, something that we cared deeply about. To me, that's a very exciting idea. And so when Mark and I got together and said it's food, it's family, it's a lot of fun, this just appealed to me. And I said, you know what, let's take that plunge and let's go get them. And so that was the fun for me.
Well, there went law school or becoming a brain surgeon or whatever it was right out the door. Much better. Let's throw some bean deal into a jar and flog it.
Exactly.
And to be honest with you, kids, I was down at Stu Leonard's, I don't know, a month and a half ago, whatever it was, when we ran into Matt, you were on the lam that day. Where were you?
I was, actually. I believe I was at another appearance, actually.
Oh, you were? All right. As long as you were working.
Absolutely. We've been encouraged to split up and cover more ground. We like to present together, but when you start working with Stu Leonard's, they'd like you to be in all their stores.
Oh, yeah.
So we like to support our
product. So where were you, in Yonkers or Danbury?
Up in Danbury. So Danbury and Norwalk, and we like to support our product for them. And so, we're testing the waters on our own here, so to speak.
Well, I'll tell you what, those are good places to be testing waters or doing anything else, as a matter of fact. And if you want to get your product out to the world, they have got a pretty good avenue for doing that. There's no question about it, be it Danbury, Yonkers, Newington, or Norwalk. No question about it. So you both were off out and about, and the reaction, as I judged it that day, was not only from me positive, but also from the rest of the folks who were meandering through and wolfing down the cool beans.
Absolutely. And I just have to say, up in Danbury, I've heard that alibi from Matt before, so I'm going to ask to see the security tapes from the Stews guys. But
or was it the track?
Right, exactly.
Well, whatever.
But I met David that day in Norwalk, and I was actually telling him that day we were at the end of our first week there, and in the first 7 days at Stu Leonard's, just at the Norwalk location, we actually sold 1,000 units.
Oh my
of cool
gosh!
beans.
Had you any idea in the world?
No.
That could happen?
I don't think you ever do. I mean, I think you want to work hard and support your product and hope that people enjoy it, but you can never dream that in the first week it could be like that.
All right, now we're going to work a little bit harder. We're going to see if we can't get cool beans into the governor's mansion.
There you go.
All right. We've got to catch up on some traffic and weather together, and then we're going to be along. The governor's stopping in, as a matter of fact, to make a guest appearance in advance of 4th of July here. So we're looking forward to that coming up in just a couple of seconds. If you will, hold your point. Cool beans available now where?
Stu Leonard's, Whole Foods, Walter Stewart's in New Canaan, Village Market in Wilton, Palmer's in Darien.
All right, there you go. Or online at
coolbeansdip.com.
Dip.com. We'll take a break here. It's David Smith's Exchange for Thursday, heading into a long holiday weekend for you, and kind of combining a Thursday and Friday show for you right here at WICC 600. And we'll check in with Patty and WICC600.com, and then the governor joins us. So stand by. All that coming up in just a moment. Stay right where you are.